We are here in Fort Myers looking at the front of a new construction. We've got some of the palm trees already up in place. Driveway in as we pan across and see the front view. Going to be adding a bunch of plants, sod, mulch, shell, a whole bunch of exciting features to the property. So let's go around and check out what we're going to do. This is the center area with a triple foxtail palm. Gonna get some grass up in here, some plants into the middle. You have to take some dirt out of that swale and get a solid grade with some grass up on there. It's gonna add a bunch of color with the native elements we're gonna add and support the birds and butterflies in the area. And the front right part of the property, we are going to take out some of this area along the house and make it a planting bed and layer it with 3 different varieties and a Parotis palm in the corner. And it's a native palm tree that's popular in this area, gonna fit right in with the native elements. And along the side of the house we're gonna have cocoa plum wrapping around the sides and to the back of the property, and that's an excellent native plant. It's actually edible when the berries are a purple color, has a little seed in the middle. So it's another native element that we're trying to move forward with to help restore Southwest Florida's ecosystem. As we're panning on the property line, we're going to have some sod rolling down with some sea grape as a buffer. Eventually we want to have the sea grape growing and shield off the adjacent property, so that we have a little bit more privacy and native elements on the corners that will help erosion control and support birds, be a good nesting area. So it's definitely going to look awesome with these pines and cabbage palms rolling over here. And we're standing on top of the pool deck as we pan across. We can see the mangroves in the back, and that, yes, that is Gulf access. You can see along that pathway there. We're going to go ahead and put some red maples on the corners and stagger some Fakahatchee grass, muley grass, and coonties, all native plants. And the coonties are actually a cyad that support it's a larval plant for a particular butterfly. So those butterflies are endangered and we're going to help bring them back. We're on the pool deck as we can see the fireplace, and we pan up and see the hot tub and pool. We have a couple of small planters around here. You can see the irrigation pipes are popping up. We're going to add some drip irrigation in there and add a little bit of color, something that's going to be low maintenance and not really too difficult to take care of so it doesn't fall in the pool, and it's going to add a nice little tropical feel to the area. Now we're towards the back of the property looking along the pool deck, and we can see the stairs coming down here, and right now it's just dirt to this little walkway out into the water. So what's going to be done here is we're going to do a little walkway from the wooden area over here up into these stairs. It's going to be a pretty high traffic area for going out on the water and things along those lines, so we wanted to make it easily accessible and an area that's going to be able to maintain that type of walking. And we're walking through the service side of the property right now, which we want to make a little shell path, add some sea grapes over here in the corner for some privacy and help with the erosion. We're going to carry the cocoa plum around the perimeter of the property and really make it to where when there's any type of work that has to be done on the AC or any type of irrigation work, it's all in the same area, easily accessible, not overgrown. And you know, that's the key of designing this to where it's going to have long-term sustainability. You can see we have our electrical wires right up over here is where the sprinkler clock's going to go, and on the other side we have our water hookup, which we're going to tap in, tee off, and hook up our valves. So there you have it. Here's the pan around of the front of the house, pre-construction of the landscaping. We have some palm trees that are still in. The driveway is curved around, and we're going to check back with you and go through the different segments of the landscape application and show you what the final product's going to look like eventually. And we're back here at the property looking at the progress here. see construction has gone pretty well the past couple of weeks. Got the palm tree kicking, a lot of the irrigation pipe laid out already to rock and roll. If we span across the other side, we got a whole bunch of plants that are going to be installed. Some Perotis palm, a couple of maple trees. We're going to put this all throughout the property, lay it out, install it, and be on to the next phase. Up in the front left, you can see the 4-inch corrugated pipe is hooked up into the gutters. Got everything flagged out up over here. Trenches with irrigation set in place, sprinkler heads kicking. And this is going to be a really cool area for all the maintenance to be done. We're going to curve a shell path through here. So right now it's just a little bit of a slope running down with dirt. Where we have our sprinklers and everything set into the ground, and we are going to curve a really nice bed in here, so it's going to be easy to access the air conditioning, the pool heater, and things along those lines. Just coming into the back of the property, we can see a lot of the irrigation's already set into the ground out here. Flags are up. You can see the heads along the perimeter of the lanai. Got some pavers on the pallet over here, and it's starting to take shape and be ready for the plants to be installed. The other side of the house, all sprinkler heads are in the ground, pipes rocking, just finishing up. This is going to be a sodded area and where our native and shade trees are going to go. And we're here in the front of the property with the plants laid out, finishing touches on the irrigation system. Did a check, water's coming up, a couple more heads to pop in. As you can see spanning across, we got some of the bigger planting material that's going to be in tomorrow with the machine. We have all of our 3-gallon and 1-gallon material balanced out on each side. Let's see what's going on in the side of the property. And we're at the corner of the property now. This is where the path is going to be rolling through. You can see the palm trees impeding a bit of our path. We may be moving that over to the side here. We have sea grape lining the left-hand side. Some sprinklers are going to be covering up here pretty soon, and cocoa plum layering towards the house with the sea grape along the perimeter, which is going to help with the erosion control and eventually add more privacy to the property. And this is going to be where our shell path is winding through, leading to this side staircase. As we pan across the back of the property, we can see the cocoa plum lined out, stretching across. Of course, not getting in front of the staircase where the path is going to be run over here down into the mangroves. Spanning out to the back along the mangroves, you can see we have the muley grass, the fakahatchee grass, and some of these coonties up front, which is going to go right in between these stairs over here, rolling down into this direction. This is the other side of the property. You can see our beds are taking shape with the cocoa plum going around the perimeter of the house, and we added some sea grape that's going to be great for privacy, erosion control. It's also an edible fruit, so if you get hungry, you can actually pick the berries and eat them, which you never know if you're going to be hungry or not while you're at your house. This is a convenient way to get some quick food. The cocoa plums are another plant that when they're purple, you can actually eat the fruit that comes off of it. Just be careful, it's got a pretty big pit in the middle, but it's pretty tasty. And that's about it for today. We'll check back with you with the plants installed and beds in place and take you to the next phase of the landscape design. And we're back here at the job. We can see we got some sod on the job site today. Let's go take a look around the property and see where we're at. And we're looking up at the front of the property. See, we have a lot of the plant material into the ground already, mulched up. It's looking good. Got the grading done. Probably have to do a little bit of handwork still. Here's a pan through of the front right bed, the fire bush, the Walters viburnum, and the Perotis plant. Here we're panning through on the side, seeing the cocoa plum stretching throughout the property. We're turning the corner and see it along here on the right, going towards the back. The cocoa plum are all in place. We can see the sod is looking good here with the path jutted out, which is going to be the excess pavers from the stairs. And we can see the pool and hot tub firing up. Looks like it's almost ready to rock and roll. Pavers are all in place. We can see the fire pits coming along. It's looking really fantastic as we can see our view out through the screen. You can see we have our shell laid down here. I don't think we're gonna have many plants in here, but these cocoa plums along the line of the house and the sea grape for privacy. And here we are in front of the residence, seeing the final landscape design completed. Let's go and take a closer look and see what we have going. And we are zooming in on the right side of the property in the front bed. It's the Perotis palm in the corner. And we zoom up and see the lantana starting up along here with the firebush Walters viburnum into the native purple lantana. And we integrated the cabbage palms into the beds, which you can see two on the right hand side. Let's take a look down to the right of the property. And we're looking along the perimeter of the house. We can see the cocoa plum spanning right up around the lanai, which is all completed now. That's moving us right into the backyard. As we can see, the sod opens up. We have our bed in the back here with some muley grass, Fakahatchee grass, some maple trees, and some coonties that are leading out towards the back mangrove area, which you can see off in the distance. And our view from on top of the stairs as we pan around and see the sod and beds cut in fantastic. Our new paver patio over here that's leading straight out into the mangrove area with the sod and beds both cut in and rounded off with a real soft and natural look. As we're going along to the side of the property here, we could see the other stairs coming down to this shell area. It's a smaller shell that is going to be good for walking, help suffocate weeds over here. It's not really a good area for grass to grow, so shell is definitely the best option. We have our cocoa plum that's coming along the border of the house, as well as a little mulch bed with sea grape that are going to eventually add some more privacy. As we continue to walk, we see we have our lone cocoa plum here, our valve irrigation box with our controller box over here, 6-zone system that's going to irrigate this property fantastic. And here it is, pan across of the front of the property from left to right and right to left. The design is complete, and now we are ready to see it grow. And that's one of the fun things about doing native and Florida friendly designs, is we could plant smaller varieties and see how they grow, progress, and not only add curb appeal to a property's appearance, but also the long-term value from being able to attract wildlife and also help reduce electric bills and water bills from using plants that have less of a need for water, or something that's going to grow and provide more shade in a particular area. So we'll check back after 6 months or a year and show you how everything is moving forward. Right now we're signing off, and we'll see you next time here in Fort Myers.